Welcome back to the Warbird Mistress. Today is Saturday the 30th of May, 1942, and this is A Walk Through the War. Beginning today with the 11th Air Force in Alaska and the American Theater of Operations, we join the 28th Composite Group's 77th Bombardment Squadron Medium, based at Elmendorf Field Anchorage, as they begin operating from Unmak Island in the Aleutians with their B-26 Marauders. Across the Pacific, in the China-Burma-India Theater of Operations with the 10th Air Force, B-17s flying out of India once again hit Mitakinia, Burma. Reconnaissance shows that the Japanese fighter base is, for all intents and purposes, hors de combat. B-17 strikes are discontinued, allowing the Japanese to then repair the airbase. Meanwhile, the headquarters of the 7th Bombardment Group transfers from Karachi to Dum Dum outside of Calcutta. Across the world in the ETO, conferences with Air Chief Marshal Sir Charles F. Portal and Lieutenant General Henry Hap Arnold move forward, with Arnold presenting today his Program of Arrival of U.S. Army Air Forces in the United Kingdom presentation. This program provides for 66 combat groups exclusive of observation squadrons by March of 1943. Involving 3,649 aircraft, his proposed breakdown of forces includes 19 heavy bombardment groups, 12 medium bombardment groups, and 12 light bombardment groups, 15 pursuit groups, and 8 transport groups. The build-up would begin with 15 groups in July of 1942, 235 in November 1942, and 266 in March 1943. Hap Arnold anticipates that by 1st April 1943, the 8th Air Force would boast 800 heavy bombers, 600 medium bombers, 342 light bombers, 960 fighters, as well as a complement of necessary observation, liaison, and reconnaissance forces. While planning for the future, the current strength of the 8th Air Force in the United Kingdom numbers 1,871 troops and 0 aircraft. And moving as the world turns to the Pacific Ocean area and the 7th Air Force, B-17s start flying out of the territory of Hawaii to Midway Island in the face of an expected attack in that area. And on the island of Oahu herself, the 394th Bombardment Squadron Heavy of the 5th Heavy Bombardment Group transfers from Hickam Field to Bellows Field with their B-17s. And like sands through the hourglass, we move to Sunday, 31st of May, 1942. Beginning again in the tropical scenes of Alaska and the 11th Air Force, the 54th Fighter Squadron, 55th Fighter Group, which is attached to 11th Fighter Command, arrives at Elmendorf Anchorage with their P-40 Warhawks. Still in the American Theater of Operations with the Zone of the Interior's 4th Air Force, the 102nd Observation Squadron Light of the 69th Observation Group transfers from San Bernardino Army Airfield to Ontario Army Airfield, 25 miles down the road, where they can continue their sub-patrols with O-46s, O-47s, O-49s, and O-52s. And into the Pacific Ocean itself, with the 7th Air Force, B-17s on detached service at Midway Island begin their search operations as they begin to look for a Japanese fleet expected to arrive anytime soon. And in the Southwest Pacific area, they know where the enemy is and they take the fight to them as B-17s attack Lae and Salamaua, New Guinea, in what is the latest in a string of attacks to dislodge the Japanese Tainan Air Group from its advanced bases perched over the American assets at Port Moresby and Australia. And with that, we have Saturday the 30th of May, 1942, and Sunday the 31st of May, 1942. I have to bid welcome to, I think it's almost 400 new subscribers in the last week, so that definitely puts a feather in my cap, or anywhere else a feather should go. But until next time, this is Claire, and I am the Warbird Mistress. Take care.